I know this isn't going to go down well. I know it's not going to go down well for a second, what I'm about to say. But Orange Cassidy is fantastic at what he does, undoubtedly. He does the role perfectly. A great, entertainer, whatever. But that character should be nowhere near the main event or the top of the rankings. I don't want to go as far to say it's an embarrassment to professional wrestling. I don't want to say that. But if somebody who isn't an AEW, to be honest, if somebody who isn't even, if a WWE fan who doesn't watch AEW sees that, they are just going to think, what is this joke company? And again, Orange Cassidy in the ring is fantastic, but it's just the gimmick itself, right? That's specifically what I'm talking about here. He does the role fantastic. I'm talking the gimmick itself. It's not a main event gimmick. It's not even a... No, it is. It's a mid-card gimmick, right? And not as in like TNT title gimmick. It's just a mid-card gimmick. Nowhere near the top of the rankings. Nowhere near a title. He's just there, entertain, face them. Even like not even have that many singles matches. The one against Pac was perfect because that type of thing against a heel like that is great. But when you're doing it all seriously and everything, it doesn't work. It's a bit embarrassing. It's a bit insulting to the viewer, and it's fun for a live crowd, I guess. But at home, it does not transfer nearly as well. And yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of his. No, that's a lie. I'm a fan of his, but I'm not the biggest fan of him in that position. Would you like to add anything to that?
I completely agree with you. Orange Cassidy, he's rather the match before the main event or the opening match, Because I remember he was the perfect position to carry that Pac match, because I think we had the tag match, and then we had the main event of Moxley and Jericho, and Pac and Cassidy were in the middle of that, and that's perfect because that got the crowd so hyped up then for the main event. I think that was perfect positioning, and I think Tony Khan is just a numbers man. And last year around the Jericho feud, Orange Cassidy was, I think his segments were the most viewed segments on TNT. So they were like, "Oh, he's a star." Then they're pushing him, and then when you push him too much, you expose the gimmick as well. It works so well because he doesn't care. A fella that doesn't care shouldn't be in the main event because he doesn't care if he's the opening match or the last match,
Yeah, and he started. I don't actually. This might just be on being the elite. I know. I'm confident it's on Dynamite. He started to talk a little bit recently. Am I right in saying that?
He said a few. I think in the Jericho feud, he says a few words here and there. Yeah, but he's not completely silent. No.
Yeah, no. I thought a couple of weeks ago. This might have been on being the elite, to be honest. I thought a few weeks ago on an AW, we started kind of bit of a promo in an interview about Kenny or something. I'm just like, don't go there. Don't leave him silent or a couple of words at the max. Like in the Jericho feud, they actually did that well, I actually thought. Yeah. But it's disappointing to say the least. Because I thought, right, when he first signed with the company, I was annoyed. I'll straight up say it. I thought, this is the downfall of the company. They're just signing, comedy wrestlers now. He comes in, has that match with Pac. And even before that, right, when they were having matches, I remember they had like a Falls Count at Anywhere match, something, the Young Bucks, and they opened the door at one point and he was just in some closet or something. And that was great. And, him just as a manager role. And then he had that match with Pac, which was brilliant. And I thought, hang on a second, I was completely wrong about this. They're using this guy perfectly. And now they've just oversaturated him. Put him in the main event where he shouldn't be, in my opinion. It's annoying. And especially when they could have done Omega Pac too. And the crowd would have been behind Pac. Because, Omega's a mega heel right now, and Pac's not a massive heel. He kind of turned face in the Kingston feud. And so, yeah, I think that's what they should have done, but they have not done it. It's still better than Omega versus Cassidy, don't get me wrong. But still, I'm not excited for it. The weakest main event AEW pay-per-views have had to date, easily, not even close.